We've seen Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. So, is it any good?
I don't know, you tell me.
Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves overcomes a rocky start to become a solid fantasy film on par with other modern-day blockbusters. For the first 30 minutes or so of the D&D movie, I did wonder if Hasbro had made a serious misstep with its latest attempt to take Dungeons & Dragons Hollywood. The movie seemed more concerned about telling viewers that it was a Dungeons & Dragons movie, with characters referring to themselves and others by their character classes and painfully mentioning various class or racial features, instead of just telling a darn good story.
Shut your dirty little mouth!
However, once the D&D movie got its awkward introductions out of the way, it quickly finds its charm, which mixes humor, action, and heart in what's ultimately a tightly told story. Directors John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein are best known for their humor movies, and the D&D movie is at its strongest when the cast is allowed to participate in D&D-esque shenanigans. From planning a reverse heist to get a fake portrait of Volo into a treasure cart, to a fantastic bit where Chris Pine distracts a group of guards in increasingly horrifying fashion, the movie really finds its heart when the film recognizes that Dungeons & Dragons is often just an excuse for friends to goof around in weird ways.
An astute observation has led to laughter.
The best sequence of the film is when Regé-Jean Page's Zank leads the players into the Underdark, which in turn leads to a confrontation with the Red Dragon Themberchaud, who is treated as both terrifying and comical.
Now, outside of the opening 30 minutes of the film, which it's painful at times, the weakest part of the movie is definitely its villains. Hugh Grant mails in a mediocre performance that relies too heavily on a sheepish grin, and the Red Wizard Sophina, played by Daisy Head, is about as generic as a villain as they come. Her magic is really cool, but she has no personality or character outside of being evil. If you're a D&D fan, you'll appreciate that the movie treats the game and the Forgotten Realms with a certain level of respect. There are no, haha, D&D is for nerds jokes, and every mention of a Forgotten Realms monster, spell, faction, or location is said with absolute earnest. I was a little disappointed at the general lack of deep-cut D&D Easter eggs. Volo and Elminster both make appearances in the film, as do the Dungeons & Dragons cartoon characters, but there was a clear decision to keep the focus on the story rather than, well, cluttering the movie with references that only Redbox owners would understand.
I understood that reference.
However, the practical effects more than make up for any disappointment I had with the lack of D&D Easter eggs. Every time an animatronic Aarakocra or Tabaxi popped up on screen, I cheered. All in all, I thought the D&D movie was a lot of fun, although it, like I said before, it does take a little bit of time to find itself. The movie definitely has the chops to be the cornerstone of a D&D Hollywood franchise, so hopefully it does well at the box office. My rating, 4 out of 5 stars.
So, what did you think of the D&D movie? Give us your star rating down in the comments below, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.